Welcome to the Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Bryan. The NFL just wrapped up an exciting Super Wild Card round on Monday night with the Dallas Cowboys easily taking care of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road. That game culminated a wild card round that included 6 games in total, with most of them being highly entertaining ones. With those 6 games now in the rearview mirror, the biggest takeaway that I have from the Super Wildcard round is the amount of points scored. In total, 331 points were scored in those 6 Super Wildcard round games for an average of 27.6 per team. The teams that scored 30 points or fewer in the round went 1-5. The Los Angeles Chargers were the only losing team in the 6 games to score more than 24 points. So, how does that compare to the 2021 Super Wildcard round? Well, a year ago, the 6 games in that round had a total of 303 points scored, which were 28 less than this year's 6 games produced. The average was obviously lower last year at 25.3 per team. Of the 6 teams last year that scored 21 or fewer points, all 6 of them lost. The Pittsburgh Steelers were sadly one of those 6 teams with the highest point total of the bunch at 21. They were blown out by the Kansas City Chiefs, who scored 42 points, the second most in that Super Wildcard round. We'll see how this year's divisional round shakes out with the 8 remaining teams because of the way last year went. In those 4 games last season in the divisional round, 2 teams won by scoring fewer than 20 points. The other 2 victorious teams scored 30 or more. Finally, last year's Super Bowl champion, the Los Angeles Rams, scored 107 total points in their 4 playoff wins, and that was an average of 26.8 points per game. So, where am I going with all these numbers? Well, it's easy to see, right? The 2023 Steelers better find a way to score more points than they have these last few seasons. They scored 308 points in 2022 and 343 in 2021. Heck, the 2020 Steelers scored 416 total points in 16 games. This year's average was a mere 18.1 points per game, and it's quite amazing they won 9 games with that. None of this is rocket science that I've laid out today, because the more points a team can score, usually the more wins they will have, right? That said, it's quite sobering to see the amount of points scored in the Super Wildcard round of this year's playoffs as it relates to what the Steelers were able to muster up in their 17 games this season. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with myself and Alex Skazora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.